Hello Whovians, Time Lords, aliens, companions, and in this case of course masters. And I'm back. The Nerds Vault is back for a few more craziness videos here. And yeah, so I haven't done a video in so long, and I do apologise guys. It's just, you know, work's been hectic, life's been hectic, everything's been hectic basically, and I've just not been able to do stuff that I've wanted to do. But I have an awesome replica to take a look at today. So yeah, we're going to dive into it right about now. So this, of course, is the big one for me personally anyway. This is the Masters Laser Screwdriver by Rubbertoe Replicas. I can't even believe I'm staring at it right now. You know, I remember when I was about 7 or 8 maybe, queuing up outside my local supermarket, when supermarkets used to do Doctor Who toys, of course, and I was waiting in the queue for at least 4 hours, I think it was, and my dad was like, "You're crazy, all this just for a toy?" And of course I was like, "Well, yeah, definitely, it's the Masters Laser Screwdriver, you got to get it." And I waited for ages to get it, and I was so happy I did. And then a couple of years go on, you know, I get to about 10 or 11, and I think to myself, I'd really love a metal version of this one day, so I could actually be the master. And now it's come true, and that's great. But before we get into it, I would also just like to say thank you for everybody that has supported my channel and supported my Instagram, even though I've basically done nothing with it for months. I really do appreciate it. And also try and take no notice of the Tony Stark art reactor there in the background. It's just what's on the table. But we do have the return of the spinning TARDIS that's in the videos now. That was a really bad spin. That was a... There you go. So we've got that as well. It's Jodie Whittaker's era, it's not the Masters era. But it's still a nice feature to have in the video. And it's quite relaxing to watch, I have to say. It's very therapeutic. Right then, so first things first, we're going to take a look at the box, because I know everyone's dying to see that, but it's not how we do things, is it? So this is the box. It's a bit... I'll have to try and zoom out a bit so you can see it. But here it is. It says "Caution, laser screwdriver" inside, with a nice picture of it there. And then it says here, "Big scary laser, do not look into beam with remaining eye." So you pretty much already lost your eye there. And then on the lid here, we've got that tape again where it says "Rubbertoe Radiation," which is awesome. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Everything's been taken out of the box. So yeah, you could briefly see my bed there as well. I have a new layout now because obviously I got rid of my desk, so yeah, don't have that anymore. So I'm just using a table next to my bed at the moment until I can figure something out. So let me know if the video is good. It's probably not going to be as good as it used to. I've kind of lost my touch and I need to get it back again. These props don't come with them, obviously, when you order a Rubbertoe. They definitely don't. But there's the perception filter key from the episode that it was in, I suppose you could say. And here's the watch as well, the chameleon arch, which does light up, as you can see a little bit. It's actually, I think, the toy version. No, it's not the toy version, sorry, it's just a cheap metal version of it. I don't have the CT one. I'd love to have the CT one, but you know. We move. Right then, we're going to take a look at this. We're going to take a look at this now. So we're going to start from the back, as I normally do with these. So as you can see here, we have the beautiful end cap of the laser. And I love how it goes like steps. up there. It's really nice and smooth at the back there. And then we've got this awesome crackle dial here, which I assume is the settings to change them, or to de-age the Doctor, one of the two. LSP, I believe, are selling metal versions of these, aluminium versions of these. If you're interested, I might get one. I'll see. It looks alright to me. I'm not really fussed, to be honest, I suppose you could say. It's not a big thing for me. I know accuracy is a big thing for a lot of people, and I do, you know, appreciate full accuracy. But to me, that's, I mean, you never really see it anyway. Do you know what I mean? Because he holds it in those sorts of ways. So yeah, it doesn't really bother me. Moving up then, we've got this nice, thick, brass, round bit, and then this lovely shaped hexagonal, is it? I don't know. I'm not really good with that sort of thing, but nice pure brass there makes this thing heavy. This is, I do believe, heavier than the 13th Doctor's. I am going to weigh them and let you know at the end of the video. But I'm pretty sure it's heavier. Okay, and then we come onto the body here with that awesome knurling effect there, which is just absolutely fantastic, if you'll pardon the pun. So many grub screws on this as well. You've got one there, one there, one there, and one there. So like 4 on the body, and then 2 flathead screws here, which hold this brass strip down. This is, of course, aluminium, the silver bit. And then we've got the awesome switch to extend the screwdriver. I was about to say sonic then, which I think everybody's made that mistake in the videos they've done, haven't they? Because I'm so used to reviewing sonic screwdrivers, I am not used to reviewing a laser screwdriver. So yeah, we've got the button, the activation button here in a brass box. It's a little bit uncentered, but then again, that makes it all the better. It looks as if he's put it together himself in a rush to get it done before the Doctor comes. So in a way, I'm quite happy with that. A little tiny mark there, machine mark there. But then again, you can't see it in person until you look closely. So then we have the isomorphic control panel here, which is awesome. I love all the intricate holes and shapes and everything, and the fact that it will glow in a minute when I show you is even better. And then we've got this little brass panel here. I don't really know what the idea was for that when he was making it. When the Master decided to make it, he randomly put a bit there, I don't know. But then we've got a brass bit here as well. I mean, the whole frame for the buttons, or both buttons, the frame is brass. And then we go to the emitter head here, which is here to here. These are something completely different, which I'll tell you in a minute. There's loads of grub screws on this one. There's a flathead grub screw there, flathead there, flathead there, so like 3 on this. And then there's a grub screw there, grub screw there, grub screw there. So there's 6 on the emitter. You've got aluminium, brass, and then aluminium there, and aluminium. And then we come to the barrels, or cannons as I actually quite like to call them. I know a few people call them barrels, but cannons I like to call them. It reminds me of the Flying Dutchman from Pirates of the Caribbean. Load out the triple guns, if you're a fan of Dead Man's Chest. But and at World's End, I believe they were in as well. But yeah, you can see the LEDs in there as well, which is awesome. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the overall look of it. So we're going to get to features on this beauty now as well. So obviously, press this down and boom, extends. So we've got the brass inside here, which is a bit reminiscent of the 10th Doctor Sonic, if you ask me. But yeah, nice sturdy brass as well. My toy snapped very easily when I was young playing with it. So I learnt the hard way that toys don't last forever. So yeah, but this is nice sturdy brass. I like it. I love brass. I don't know whether it's because it's gold or whether just it's strong. I don't know. And then of course the barrels or the cannons, whatever you want to call them, extend as well, which is awesome. And of course you can close the barrels but still have it extended. And then of course you just close it there. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. Now obviously to turn the features on is this button here. So observe. Lazarus technology. Laser technology. And then extended. It's very heavy. There you go. You can see the there we are. And Lazarus. Oh god. So as you can see, you have to play around with the lights. They normally play up when extended, to be honest. This is it in close. So they work a lot better when the cannons barrels are closed and the laser's extended. But yeah, it's awesome. So yeah, that's the laser itself in its beautifulness. I actually had the pleasure of meeting Nick to collect this. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you that, didn't I? If I kind of... So yeah, it's pretty awesome as well. Yeah, I had the pleasure of meeting Nick to collect this, and he was an amazing guy, absolute legend. Got to see some cool stuff as well, which was awesome. But he actually said to me when I picked it up, he said, if the LEDs ever do that, just give them a little twist, give them a little twirl, and it should be alright. Just play around with it, really. Because there's a little sort of singular rod inside that sort of makes the connection. So obviously sometimes when you extend it, it's really mainly when you extend it, you can see they all lit up then. Sometimes you're great with it, other times it's like that, where it either lights up at the end or not at all. So you just got to play around with it, really. It doesn't bother me. It's not something that I rate the replica down for at all. I mean, this replica is my favourite replica of all time, so, you know, a little issue like that ain't going to affect me. Shooting it at the wall. Didn't really do anything, because it's... There you go, you can see a nice pattern there. Older. I didn't know when it was going to stop then. I couldn't resist that, sorry. Of course, the best scene for me really is, of course, when he extends it and he goes, laser screwdriver. Who'd have Sonic? And the good thing is, he's not dead for long. I get to kill him again. I think it's just such a fantastic scene, and John Sim does it perfectly as well. So yeah, that is the laser right there. My favourite prop of all time. Finally on my shelf. After ages, you know. Ages of wondering whether Nick was going to do one. Ages of thinking, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it. It's a lot of money. But I finally got it now. I'm really happy with it. We're going to take a look at the stand now as well. It's a cool stand. Steps just like the end cap, actually. It is literally just like the end pommel section of the laser. And you can see the imprint of the pommel in there so that it fits perfectly, which is beautiful. And then on the back here, of course, we have the DW logo, which again is inaccurate, but we'll let that slide. The two lasers there on each side. The Masters laser screwdriver by Rubbertoe. Replicas number 89 of 300, made by Nick Rubbertoe, signed by the main man himself. So that's the stands. Pretty. That keeps switching off. It's annoying. It's one of those touch ones. It looks beautiful on display as well, which we're going to take a look at in a second. But yeah, here's the certificate of authenticity. So it says exactly the same thing, really. The Masters laser screwdriver by Rubbertoe Replicas, certificate of authenticity, number 89 of 300, made by Nick and signed by Nick. And it's got this nice yellow background with two lasers, the inaccurate DW logo, the Gallifreyan symbols, and then we have Bad Wolf on the back there as well. So yeah, that's basically it for the review. However, I do have a few Sonics to show as a sort of size comparison, replica, whatever comparison you want to call it. So yeah, I don't have many at the moment. To be fair, I don't. But I've got the 12th on order again, so I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully an 11th will be coming my way someday. We'll see again. But yeah, I just need to get, which I can't reach from here, annoyingly, the 13th Doctor's one, just for a sort of heft comparison. Yeah, so anyway, we're going to do some comparisons now. So we'll take that care. What's it? Certificate. Again, I don't know what I'm saying at this point. Might be a good idea to zoom out at this point, actually. To be fair. Right. We have a replica of River's Sonic from the Husbands of River Song, I think it's called, isn't it? Where the Peter Capaldi's Doctor gives it to her at the end. This one just lights up blue. Doesn't have a red emitter, which is a shame. And doesn't have sound either. And doesn't have a neural relay. It has the switch, but you can't take it off. It's just there for design, basically, which is a bit of a shame, but not a problem. I bought this off a guy who made it. Danger Industry is the name, actually. And yeah, so there you go. Ooh. I'm just breaking my replicas. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but the brass box for the button on this one is eerily similar, if not the same, to the box on that one. They're very similar. But yeah, this one's obviously more power to it. It's a powerhouse. I think by dropping it, I actually stopped the batteries. I don't know what I've done there. I'll have to have a look. What I've done I'll be back in a second. And I'm back. Managed to sort it out. There you are. So yeah, so that's Rivers, which is awesome. Another one of my favourites. But yeah, in terms of, well, I'll do a size comparison in a minute where I'll take the phone off the stand to do that one. We've got, of course, a 10th Doctor's one here. This is the wide slider, which wasn't used with the laser, but it's the only one I have right now. So we'll use this one, as you can see. Nice bright lights there. And as you can see, I mean, massive difference. Doctor didn't stand a chance, did he? Even when extended. I mean, there's no comparison, really, is there? So yeah, that's the ooh, just clicked myself then. That's the 10th, and then I've just brought the Sonic pen in. I don't know why. The batteries might need changing in this, probably. But that's a nice bright blue light as well. But yeah, I don't even know why I brought the Sonic pen into it. But yeah, so there you go.
A few moments later.
And these are some of the replicas I have picked out for the video, for the comparison. As I said, I don't really have many, because I had to sadly part with some of them. But like I said, I've got another 12th on the way. Hopefully, maybe an 11th, we'll see. And a few other bits and bobs coming very soon. So yeah, there will be more stuff. And I promise, not just for you guys, but for me as well, because it means a lot to me that, you know, I have these, and it meant a lot to me in terms of heartbreak when I had to let them go. So I will have my collection back as it was, or at least most of what it was anyway for now. But yeah, so these are the ones I picked out for the comparisons on just basically what they look like anyway. So you got the pen, the 13th there, which is nice in its own way. Not my favourite, of course, but it's nice in its own way, I suppose. Love Rivers. I actually quite like the Husband of River Song look, where it's not got. I love the oxidizing on the brass. Don't get me wrong. I like the green paint on it, but I actually like the clean look as well. To be honest, I think it's awesome, and that crackle, damn good indeed. And the nice sort of translucent blue, which I think in Husbands of River Song it was that colour, but obviously in Silence of the Library it was a darker blue, I believe. But yeah. And then of course the faithful wide slider, my favourite 9 and 10th variant there. So yeah. Only a few of them extend. This one extends, obviously, to reveal that shaft. The laser extends twice in a way. What else? Oh yeah, and then the pen extends as well a little bit. Well, it extends if you keep it extended. As soon as you let go, it falls back down to its closed position. And the one thing I like about the Sonic pen, which I believe I said in my video, is that you can finally get it in closed mode, which is awesome. But yeah, the video is not about those, it's about the laser. So yeah, absolutely love it. Let me know if you guys feel the same. But yeah.
3 weeks later.
In all ways, keep sonicking. Now let me de-age ya. Older. Older. Older.